released next week about the merger and what this means for Nashville. So it's great. It's going to be more than just a 3 or 4 paragraph blurb. It's a full-blown feature that they've done a lot of work and a lot of background. They've interviewed most people up here and got their stories. I believe the commissioner of NPSL himself did a little bit. So we're super excited. I guess outside of that, we turn it over to Nolan Pittman, who is the founder, or one of the founders and president of Nashville Atlas.
Okay.
I'm not good with stuff. We're excited to be here. Nashville Atlas, I'll just start right at the very beginning. I had finished coaching at Tennessee United Soccer Club, and try as hard as my wife did, she was like, okay, finally you can get out of soccer for football. And I said, okay, great, and then I met this gentleman back here, I'll introduce in a minute, and at a pickup game, and he said, do you want to start a men's team? And I said, yeah, I need to play, I can't get away from the game. And so we started, this was 3 years ago, and we started a men's team, and we built it on a foundation of, okay, we want to do something, we want to do this with quality. We don't want to just have a bunch of guys who show up to play. That's great, and the enthusiasm of the sport is wonderful, but we want to build something that's real and has quality. And 3 years later, here we are, we got 3 teams in the MTSA. We had the MPSL franchise that we announced last September, and the whole vision originally was opening up access to the sport and encouraging unification of the diverse groups that are in Nashville, because there's all sorts of different groups here. We have a huge Hispanic population, a huge Kurdish and African population, and those people, they're real citizens of this city, and they're Nashvillians just like we are. And so we wanted to encourage, use soccer, because that's a touch point that they can relate to open up and encourage that. And so that's when we came up with the name Atlas, and that was always part of our vision. If you come out and watch us play on Sundays, you'll see all sorts of different backgrounds on the field, and then we love that. We think it's great because it's just a micro image of what the sport is across the globe. And so we started this NPSL franchise, and we were really excited about it, and we're excited about where it was going to go. We think Nashville's a perfect city for it. It just happened to coincide with both the demise of the Metros and the World Cup being this summer. And so, I couldn't have done this by myself. I want to introduce you guys to one person who isn't here, whose name's Andrew Day. You'll get to know him though, because he's going to be involved. He was one of our founders, and then Eunice back here is also one of our founders, and Eunice is the soccer expert. Stand up, Eunice.
Hey,
Eunice is from Morocco. He played 2nd division in France. And by the way, his cousin, we put it on our Facebook page, his cousin Adele just got signed on loan to AC Milan. Wow. So he's he's legit. But it's nice to have that that sort of soccer experience because he keeps it real for us. But anyway, I couldn't have done this without him. He was the one who recruited all the players, and he's going to continue to be involved in technical stuff and in recruiting those types of players and really helping us build this program. So that's who Atlas is. That's how we started, and that's how we got to where we are today. So let's talk a little bit about why did we merge. I know that the timing was interesting because we were literally 6 months, 8 months into our MPSL push when Nashville FC showed up onto the scene, and we kind of knew we were aware of Nashville FC, but we had our heads down doing what we were doing, and we really didn't understand what Nashville FC was. And then we got awarded the MPSL club in Nashville, and that's when I started talking to Chris because I saw what Chris was doing, and I saw you guys, getting involved, and I said, this is exactly what we wanted to do. This is the community, right? We wanted to build a community around this team. And so, long story short, it's really as simple as we don't want this to be a team that's run by a small group of people making all of the decisions for themselves, essentially. We want it to be a team that's run by the city, that's for the city, that's dedicated to this city, and that's sustainable in the city. And it made sense for us where we were in our process and where Nashville FC was in their process to say, hey guys, let's work together. We got a lot of bright, intelligent, enthusiastic people doing this together. We see all the members here, and you guys want to be a part of it as well. So we thought, let's just take this right now while it's young and it's in its infancy, and let's put it together and let's do something great. So it's really as simple as each individual fan and each individual person who has a passion for sport, that was the rationale for it. Let's build a community around this team. So that's really the why did we merge. And then plans for the future is obviously we will have the MPSL team on the field this summer. We're really excited about that. You guys will meet BJ in a minute, and Andy, who's doing the director of football. They're going to be building an awesome team for us this summer, but it goes well beyond that. So we want to bring pro soccer to Nashville in no uncertain terms, and you guys deserve that. We think Nashville can support a professional team, but it's going to take everybody to be a part of it, because we have to prove that we can get the fans in the stadiums, and we have to prove that there is this groundswell, this overwhelming momentum for the sport here. We also want to go beyond that, though. We want to really build this pyramid concept. So I don't know if you guys are really familiar with that, but it starts with the pro team at the top, but we want to bring the youth component into it. So we want to have youth clubs underneath. We want to have recreational programs, open up access to the sport, and give people an opportunity to try soccer for the first time and not have to pay an arm and a leg to do it. Let's make it free if we can. I mean, that's part of the goal as well. So Cameron, who's not here right now, Cameron Eads, he's on the board at Harpeth. And I know they're doing some great things with their youth rec program. They're really trying to blow it up in the city. And they're, Cameron is on our board, so we're working with them, and that's exciting as well. And then we want to have an economic impact. I mean, there's two really successful professional sports here with the NFL and the NHL. Why not have a third? And why not reach, that other fan base that isn't going to the Titans game, it isn't going to the Predators games? Going back to the, the international community. Those people, for the most part, probably aren't going to the Titans games, but they love to come to a soccer game. So there's a whole untapped market potential that we want to tap into. And then lastly, we want to put Nashville on the map in terms of the sport of soccer. Soccer is one of the fastest growing sports in America. Everybody knows that. It's just blowing up. And with the World Cup coming up this summer, it's just going to be all over the place. So we want people not just talking about soccer. We want them talking about soccer. And when they talk about soccer in the Southeast, we want them saying, hey, Atlanta's great, Miami's great, Orlando's great, but what about what Nashville's doing? That's really cool. So we want to build that together, and obviously it's going to require the support of everyone. But that's kind of the long-term vision for us, and we're really excited about it. So I'm going to hand it back to Justin here, but thank you all for coming, and thank you. I just want to introduce a few folks involved with Nashville Football Club. First, we've got our head coach, Brian Johnson. Coached at many levels of soccer, from youth up to college, and he's very excited about this team, and we're very excited to have him. We also got Sebastian Vecchio back here in the back. Assistant coach at Vanderbilt women's team right now. He's going to bring a lot of good insight to our goalkeepers, and is going to be a great assistant coach. We also got Kyle Rolke, as many of you I'm sure know. He is not here now. He'll be here soon. He's coaching. He's going to be our assistant coach, working with BJ and Sebastian. You've already met Nolan. You've already met Chris. You've already met Eunice. We've got Andy Pocklet here. He's going to be a director of club operations. He's got many years' experience coaching with the Nashville Metros, running the operations there. So we're definitely excited to have him on the team. What else we've got? We got Jared Sneed, our IT director here. Everything, computers. We've got Sarah Muscle White back here in the back. Our secretary keeps us all in line. You'll see her name on the emails coming out if you're a club member. We've got Travis Best, director of merchandising here. He takes care of all of our uniforms, scarves, keeps us in line with that. And I think that is it right now. That's for the people that are here. That's all we have for now. We're going to get back. We're going to turn this back on in the second half, and we're going to unveil some cool things, the schedule, the new kits that we just got in, and talk a little bit about the USL Pro vision that we have for 2015 coming up. US is up 1-0. Go USA. Woo!